Hey everyone, I'm Dustin, CEO of 630, and today I'm going to introduce you to our newest product, our 630 Easy Transit 750 watt folding electric trike. Stick around. All right, so today I'm going to introduce you to our newest 750 watt Easy Transit folding e-trike. This is our newest product coming out, and this thing is super, super cool. A lot of new features. Obviously it's folding, something new for us here at 630. So let me just get right into it and walk you through. Now, as you can see, it's a tricycle. The other thing we've done here is these are actually 16-inch tires. So you've got a 16.2 times 2.125 in the rear and 2.125 in the front. As far as I know, there's no other electric trike out there, especially folding with the 16-inch tires. The reason we did that is to create a lower center of gravity and a lower step over height. So the beauty of this is really, really stable. And you'll see, I'm gonna drive it around a little bit here in a few minutes, and it's very stable, very easy to get on and off. And we've also added some elements though that even though it has the smaller tires, you're still gonna get the proper leg extension and comfort you need because of the dual saddle, the dual seat post, and the dual handlebars. So let me go ahead and walk you through that. So on the seat here, we've actually got the double seat post. So what we've got here is the seat post actually has two extendable sections. And what this allows for is just a larger range to raise and lower the seat. So you're actually going to clamp one section here, which is your bottom section, and then you can actually insert the top section here, and you've still got some play right here as well for that. So now, if you need the seat higher, you can get it higher, and if you prefer it lower, you just loosen both. This brings it down, then tighten both, and now you have the seat lower. Same thing is also going on here on the handlebars. Now on the handlebars, well actually, on the handlebars you just have the one height adjustment right here. You can push this down, so we've got it all the way down already. But this can come up higher, so it can accommodate varying heights. And I'll drop it back down, and you're gonna tighten that. And you can also tilt the handlebars here if you need to. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. Tighten this, okay. Actually, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit. Now we'll tighten that, okay. So I am 5'10". I'll go ahead and sit down. And so you can see that's a little bit low for me. And preferably I would tilt these handlebars into my body, but let me go ahead and show you now. If I raise this up right here, let me raise this one up too. There we go, okay. That might be a little high. Let's try like right about there. Okay. Okay. Now, perfect. And you can see this has me in a great ergonomic riding position. The bars are really close to my body, so I don't have to reach. And it's super nimble, easy to turn. And again, if you even want these bars closer to your body, you have two adjustment points here that can bring them even closer. So if you want them like this, your body can really be in a very relaxed upright riding position. No tension on your body at all. Okay, now walking to the front of the bike, you have disc brakes on the front wheel and disc brakes in the rear as well. Now the disc brake, you have one disc brake located in the middle here and one disc brake on your front wheel, gonna provide you more than enough stopping power. These are Tektro brakes, one of the best disc brakes for e-bikes that you're gonna see out there. And you have the two caliper brakes up here, or sorry, two hand brakes, not caliper. You have the two hand brakes up here for your ample stopping power. Now the most important thing, or not the most important, but one of them, you've got a front hub motor here that's 750 watts. This is a very, very powerful motor. Now, it might seem contradictory to put such a powerful motor on a 16-inch tire tricycle, but the reason we did that is because we want this trike to be able to carry riders up to 350 pounds, up hills, around town, you name it. So the 750 watts is not really there for top speed, but more there to be able to get people up hills and around town so you'll never struggle. The speed is actually going to be capped at 16 miles an hour. So the idea is, you know, on a tricycle, you're not going to be flying around at 20 miles an hour. And to prevent any sort of tip hazards at a really high top speed, it's going to be limited to 16 miles an hour. But the beauty is when you're going up hills, you will have that power on the front wheel here to be able to get you up the hill. And you can see the other huge benefit of the front hub motor is if you should ever need a replacement, it's as simple as unplugging one cable, changing out the wheel, and now you've replaced the motor. All right, so right here you've got your battery, and this is going to be a 14 amp hour battery. So 14 amp hours, what kind of range are we talking about? Depends on where you're riding. You're gonna get, I would say, a minimum of 15 miles up to 50 miles, but it's going to depend on how you ride this folding electric trike. You've got two electric modes. You've got your pedal assist, which is controlled here with 5 different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 giving you the most assistance and 1 giving you the least assistance. And you've also got a thumb throttle here, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second. It's gonna be as simple as pushing the throttle with your thumb, and this can just become your personal mobility device. And actually, you know, this is something that, depending on your local grocery stores or things, you could drive this into a store if you can't, you know, walk on your own. It's very stable, easy, and you obviously have a basket back here you can put things in, and that closes like that, and you have your front basket as well. So this is great for grocery shopping, around town, really any kind of errands you need to do. The other thing is it has a 7-speed derailleur. So if you can see in the back here, in the middle of the axle, it's a 7-speed derailleur. So you have 7 gears on this electric trike. And the benefit of that is, number one, when you're in the pedal assist and you're pedaling and you don't want it to be too difficult to pedal, you can shift this into gear 1. It's gonna be very easy to pedal. And if you're tackling large hills, you're gonna wanna keep it in a lower gear to make it easy to get uphill. Even when you have the assistance, you're still gonna make it easier on you to have those gears. Then if you hit flat ground and you wanna hit some top speeds, you can shift up to gear 7. So it's just gonna make rides more comfortable as you can dial in the resistance you do or don't want on your legs. And if you should so choose to just go out and ride and not use the assistance, having the 7 speeds is gonna make it so much easier. If you're out on some trails, things like that, you can go between 1st gear and 5th gear. Let's say you want easier to pedal, then you wanna go a little bit harder. Really, you decide. So it's nice to have that variance in the gears. The other really cool feature this has is a reverse. So if you were to get stuck somewhere and you can't pedal backwards, you don't wanna get off your trike, you can actually put it into reverse. So let me show you here. Okay, that's forward. Let me go ahead and put it in reverse. And there we go, like magic. So again, it's, you know, you're not flying backwards, but in the situation that, again, you're using it as a transportation device and you need to, you know, go backwards out of a corner or navigate into a store or something, you have that reverse feature. We wanted to add that. And you don't see that on a lot of electric folding trikes in particular. Now, I already mentioned you've got the front and rear basket. That's great for transporting things. The battery is easily removable, so you can go ahead and take that on and off. And that's gonna be a huge plus if you wanna fold it up. All right, let me show you really quick now how we can fold this e-bike up. So you've got a clamp right here on the handlebars. These can fold down. So now that condenses like that. And then on the frame here, you've got one clamp right here. I'm gonna unlock that, pull this like that. And now the bike's gonna fold in half like this. And this is gonna allow you to put it into a car, take it with you somewhere. Now, this is a tricycle, so it's not gonna fold down as compact as, let's say, a 2-wheel bike. You also have the basket on here. If you wanted to remove that, that's gonna obviously decrease the amount of space it's gonna take up. But I could just grab right here and go ahead and put this into a car. And if you remove the battery, it's gonna remove 8 pounds, which is gonna make lifting this in and out of a car a lot easier. So then you wanna just put this back together, go ahead and put the handlebars on, clamp that up and pull this back like so, like that. And you're gonna move your clamp up and then put your lock in place right here, and we're all set. And you're back to riding. So other benefit for storage, bringing with you, it's nice to have that folding capability, especially if you're gonna throw this into an RV, travel with it, or again, put it in a car, or even if you're gonna put it on the trailer or something attached to the car, fold it down, you know, whatever, it just makes it that much easier. So let's just take a couple measurements here really quick too. Another thing is driving through standard doorways. If you were gonna store it indoors or drive into a grocery store or a store and need to fit through, this is gonna be 31 inches wide, and most doors are 32 inches. That's typically a standard interior door is 32 inches. Exterior doors are gonna be even wider, so this should easily fit through. And then the total length of this e-bike is 64 inches. Now the other thing too, and I've done another video, I believe, of the measurements. So the step over height is 14 inches. And the seat in the lowest position, let's go ahead and measure that, is 31 inches. And in the highest position, let's go ahead and bring that all the way up. You can see that seat gets pretty high, actually. So the seat in the highest position is 37 inches. And the handlebars in the lowest position, let's go ahead and loosen that. And that's as low as it will go. Handlebars in the lowest position, 42 inches. And keep in mind with the handlebars, you can tilt these down, which will bring them a little bit lower. And then in the highest position, make sure our wires are connected here. Okay. And in the highest position, you can see they also come up pretty high here. It's 45 inches. So you got about 4 inches of play here on the raising and lowering of the handlebars. Let's go ahead and bring that back down. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get a helmet on and just give you a quick demo. All right, I'm gonna do a quick little riding demo for you here. Now the beauty of tricycles, when you mount and dismount, you don't have to worry about the balance, right? So that's a beautiful thing. And the other thing is you can use the pedal as a place to step onto the bike or trike. So I'm gonna grab both the brakes, and then from there, I'm off the ground a little bit, I can easily step in. So if you're concerned about the mounting and dismounting and the height of the seat, as long as you use the pedal and you step up, you could easily get on. You can also obviously lower the seat to make it easier to get on. So I just power it on, and you've got your 5 levels of assistance. And let me just show you. Now, again, I am 5'10", 215 pounds, and you can see this thing handles me really no problem. And what's great is, because of the small wheels and the low center of gravity and the wheelbase we have, the balance is really, really unbelievable. This is actually one of the most balanced trikes that I've ever rode. Now I'm just using the throttle right now. I can go into pedal assist, and I can get going pretty quick here, pretty fast, and then I clamp the brakes, no problem. And and again, the 16-inch wheels make it so easy. You can see too, I can do a lot of this. Oh, wheel came up a little bit, but I was really pushing it to the limits there. So if I just go like this. Now normally if you had a higher wheel, you may have more sensitive to tipping. But in this case, very, very easy. And if you need to park it, and obviously you have a 0 turning radius, so you can just kind of go in circles if you so choose. And come right here. And whoop, oops, I went too far. Go ahead and put it in reverse. And again, I'm 220 pounds. I mean, we're only reversing, you know, at a pretty comfortable speed here, but it's a lot of fun, really easy to ride. And it's great. If you're in the market for a folding e-trike, I highly, highly recommend it. I know I'm a little bit biased, but it's very stable, easy to fold, very comfortable. We also have a nice comfort saddle on here as well. That's gonna make riding just not painful, but really comfortable, enjoyable as you go. And of course, accented with our brown grips. So that is our Easy Transit folding electric tricycle. If you have any other questions about it, please reach out to us via email, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. And don't forget, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And lastly, before you purchase, you can join our Facebook pedalers group or download our app. Great places to connect with existing riders, ask them questions, see how they like their bikes in advance of you purchasing. Once you have your bike, track your rides on the app, make friends in the pedalers group. It's tons of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.